make art. Don't you find that? Don't you find that, Matt? From one panties to another?
I'm sure you were on the second one before.
Yeah, you're like before you're done, you're on to the next one. Yeah.
So, you want to go?
I'll go. They were wondering, can you go through how you make your art? Like, I know you don't have use of your arm, so how do you make it?
I have this much use of this arm.
Okay, that's
So what I do is draw on a tablet that shows itself on the computer screen. And that's why it takes so long. They're little movements, but through the beauty of computers, the little movements can become big lines. So it's just slowly picking my way through and slowly working. The horse drawing took months to do. Yeah. And after I draw and get the drawing that I like, okay, this is the technical part. You don't want to hear it, you can take a little nap. So we print out the image as a negative and use it on a photo plate, a photo zinc plate for an engraving. And that's Katie's job. She processes everything and then prints it. So I do the drawing and she does the processing and helps me with the drawing too. The hardest thing to do is erase on Photoshop. Because erasing, I could go too far, so I often have Katie do erasing for me. Yes?
So, I come from a medical background, so I'm going to ask you a question from another perspective.
Sure.
And I'm probably not going to quote you completely accurately, but I saw in there you said after each piece you feel like the neurons are making new connections or something along those lines. Does that sound familiar to you?
Rewiring.
Rewiring your brain, maybe that's it. Okay,
Right.
Thank you. And then so I'm wondering if there are any sort of tangible ways that you've noticed that. I mean, is that
Absolutely.
just a feeling you have, or you just feel like you're at another level of ability, physical ability
Yes.
after?
Absolutely. You know how the medical profession says that quads get everything back the first year and after that forget it, right? Right? Well, Alan doesn't say that. But are there other people here from there are from the medical field. And that's what they all said. You get back what you get back the first year and then that's it. Well, that's absolutely not true. Every day, and I think my helpers and everyone's tired of hearing it, but every day I say, oh, today I feel a little different. Every day I feel different. It's really amazing. One day I woke up and I could feel my back all of a sudden. That was weird. My hands, I can feel a lot more. Unfortunately, as I get stuff back, I have lots of tremors with that because the nerves don't know what to do with themselves. So I have to live through that, which is annoying. But I know that that will settle down and, something else will come back. So absolutely, every day, and this has been 8 years, every day is different. Isn't it? And also standing has helped a lot. Bill forces me to stand even though I don't want to. It's like, okay, I'm ready to torture you today. But standing has really helped my whole body. Not only just movement, but I get stuff back.
But beyond that, I mean, the art itself and doing the art has helped you regain.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I thought that I would be able to draw the way I'm drawing now, in the beginning I wouldn't have believed it. The couple of them, like the collar print, I drew that face in like 15 minutes. I mean, I couldn't believe it, yeah. And all those bug prints, they were just little quickies. Yeah, they were like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a half an hour. They were just real quick. So some days are wonderful and some days it takes a long time. And then I want to make big art because scale is important. So that takes a lot more time. But yeah, it's very important. Not just from the artistic standpoint, but just from recovering. So, what kind of a doctor are you?
I'm a family physician, and I also I've studied watercolor at probably a very basic level, like, in the presence of a lot of very serious artists. But I find my perception of the world has changed. I view that as new connections in my brain, and I see colors that I had no awareness of. That what was red was always just red, and now I see that red can be a million other things. So I sort of related to what you were talking about in that sense. I do acupuncture also, and I've treated people with strokes and other kinds of injuries, and have observed myself that there's recovery that goes on continually.
Absolutely.
It was just such an arbitrary rule in the past about not recovering beyond a certain period.
Don't you think health insurance has a lot to do with that?
Yeah.
What?
Talk about health insurance.
Are there any people here that represent health insurance? Well, I think that has something to do with it, though. They set limits.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of nefarious influences on the healthcare system.
Yeah.
But hopefully, that's why some of us do primary care, so we can get to know our patients well and just do what's right.
Well, so when you have a quad or somebody who has a serious catastrophic accident, don't set limits on that person, because you have no idea where they're going to go or what they're going to do, or if they're real stubborn and bullheaded, But so being stubborn and bullheaded is a good thing, actually. Unless I go too far and start getting demanding. But I'm not demanding.
No,
Bill?
not at all.
Right. Okay, are there any other questions?
Bill?
Yeah.
So,
Oh my
started
goodness,
out-
look who's here.
I popped
Woo!
It's like a genie. So you were saying that you went from bugs, and then we had some, callers, and then we have dancing. Where are you moving towards now? What were you
Well, I
talking
just started a new drawing, and it's a cactus plant. My mother always said to me when I was making my art, can't you do something pretty? Can't you just do something pretty? You always have to have like a deep thing behind it. Can't you just do pretty? So I decided I would try something pretty. Of course, they're not coming out pretty. They're coming out, I think it's going to be pretty aggressive, actually, but that's who I am. But that's where I'm going now. And I may not stay there, we'll see. But for now, that's Ashley. Ashley was my very first caregiver.
Aw.
And you were with me for a couple years, 3